morning, guys. How many of you guys enjoyed that worship? Amen. We have a lot to be thankful for. Amen. Amen. All right. Well, I think it's interesting how Jada started the service asking you how many of you guys are happy, and then we were thanking God for coming down to the earth, and just everything. It's just flowing. So I know that this is God speaking to you guys. I want you guys to turn to Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 10. Let's just read that. That's going to be, I guess, the title for the day. So what if you guys can read Nehemiah 8:10? Oh, all of you guys lost your voices. Come on. Nehemiah 8:10, please. If you guys are lazy to flip to the Bible, look at it. It's on the screen. So one of you guys can read off the screen too. No problem. Go for it.
Then he said to them, "Go your way, eat the fat, drink the sweet, and send portions to those for whom nothing is prepared. For this day is holy to our land. Do not sorrow, for the joy of the Lord is your strength."
Okay, so this is Nehemiah talking to the crowd. The part that I'm going to focus on, of course, is the last part. Now, you guys have heard this verse, or at least the ending of this verse, many, many times. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Okay? How many of you guys are struggling to understand that? No, right? That's pretty straightforward. Yes? What does that mean? Oh, you guys are too quiet. What does that mean, guys? The joy of the Lord is your strength. What does that mean? It means that when you have the joy of the Lord in your heart, you are strong. Now, if you think about the opposite, right? That means that if you don't have the joy of the Lord, you will feel weak. You will feel like you cannot continue doing what God wants you to do. Okay, so you won't succeed in life. Alright? I want you guys to turn to the person beside you and give them a big wide smile. Show them your beautiful pearly white teeth and give them a big wide smile. Come on, if the person beside you is not smiling at you, nudge them. Nudge them, make them smile. Almost, come on, smile. I don't see your teeth. Where's your teeth? Oh, he can't smile. There we go, he's smiling. Okay, good. Alright. Now, does that feel a lot better once you guys are smiling instead of frowning or keeping a straight face? Isn't smiling a lot better? Yes? Alright, let's try. Let's take it a step further. Alright, I know you guys can laugh on the spot, but let's start by going, ha ha ha. Let's do that. Come on, guys, go. Okay, Kevin did it. There we go. And now, let's go. Everyone, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, now doesn't that feel better? Yes? Yes? How many of you guys feel tired and sad and depressed? No? Alright, I hope that cheered you guys up, right? So, clearly we can see that when we're happy, when we're filled with joy, when we're laughing, when we're smiling even, we feel so much more better, we feel so much more strengthened. But if we're just down in the dumps and just always thinking negatively, it takes away from our energy. Alright, so that's what I'm going to focus on. There are many things that steal our joy. So, for example, you guys can think about fear, you can think about worry, you can think about doubt, right? Or even just our circumstances. Many things steal our joy, but I'm going to focus on the one thing that steals our joy, and that is self-pity. Alright? How many of you guys are ready to listen to that? Amen. Alright. So, some of you guys might think, okay, you know what? This is not something that applies to me. I don't struggle with self-pity, right? I don't think about myself and feel sorry for myself all the time. But let's take a look and let's see where you stand, alright? So, self-pity can affect you in two ways. It can affect you regarding your past. It can affect you regarding your present, alright? So, one of the main reasons that people drown in self-pity is because of their past, alright? So, you may not have had a good life. Your past may not have been great. Your start may not have been great. Maybe when you were little, you faced some kind of struggles. Maybe you had to leave family behind, maybe you lost friends, you lost family, no one knows what you went through, but you know that hurt, and you know that pain that you felt when you were younger, right? Maybe you didn't have the best relationship with your parents, maybe you didn't have the best relationship with your friends, maybe you were bullied in school, and you might be a grown-up, you might be older now, maybe college, university, working, but maybe in elementary school you were bullied throughout, and so those scars are still in your heart. And you don't show it, right? You act tough, you like to put up this guard and this pretense, but on the inside, maybe it's still bugging you, right? But if we keep looking back at our past, and if we keep looking at our past pain, we cannot move forward, right? How many of you guys can, if you guys are facing backwards, how many of you guys can walk forward without hitting anything? Can anyone do that? No, right? It's impossible because eventually you will hit something unless you have like a mirror in front of you or something to guide you, I guess. But if you're actually looking back and you're walking forward, you are going to bump into something eventually. So you cannot look back and move forward. It will keep you in the past. All right? So we're going to look at Joseph's story. Let's turn to Genesis 37. Now this is a well-known story. You guys all know his story and you've heard many sermons on it. So I'm not going to focus too much. We're not going to spend too much time reading through the verses. So Joseph, you guys know, right? Joseph had 11 brothers, 10 of whom hated him. His older brothers hated him. And they were jealous of him because he had dreams, he had visions saying that, you know what, one day you guys are going to bow down to me. One day you guys are going to come and worship me. And he had all these dreams. His brothers hated him because of that. All right? And we see, one of you guys can read verse 19. 19 and 20, actually.
Here comes the dreamer, they said to each other. Come now, let's kill him and throw him into one of these cisterns and say that a ferocious animal devoured him. Then we'll see what comes of his dreams.
Good. So here we see that his brothers are trying to kill him. Right? And they hated him so much that they wanted to kill him. Alright? So we clearly see that his childhood, he's young here, he's a youth here, right? We see that his childhood is not a good, he doesn't have a good start in life. He doesn't, yes, his father loves him and he's his father's favorite, but he doesn't have his mother, right? And his brothers hate him. So he doesn't have a lot of love coming from his family. He doesn't know what that family love is, alright? But does that stop Joseph? No, alright? If you guys further on into Genesis, right? His story goes from chapter 39 all the way to 45 and even past that, right? But if you fast forward, what you see is that he doesn't let his past hold him back, all right? He goes forward, he goes into Potiphar's house, and even there he gets cast into prison. And now when he's in prison, he's not feeling sorry for himself, all right? Nowhere in the Bible is it written or recorded where Joseph says, I feel sorry for myself. Oh God, why have you forsaken me? God, maybe all these dreams that you showed me when I was little, they were all just lies. I think I was just dreaming dreams up on my own. Nowhere does it say that. It doesn't say that he felt sorry for himself. Alright? He didn't ever sit there and wallow in self-pity. Okay? Instead, he kept moving forward. He kept focusing. Alright? He knew that ultimately he was called for greatness. He knew that ultimately the purpose in his life was going to be amazing. So he did not let his past hold him back. Amen? Amen?
Amen.
Oh, you guys are still too quiet for me. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. Alright, so if we hold on to our past and if we keep holding on to our past pain, we won't be able to move forward. Alright, so like Joseph, we have to be willing to shake off our past. Now, I'm not saying that the past pain that you faced is nothing and it's just, you can just ignore it. No, that's not what I'm saying. Alright, sometimes yes, we do face hardships and sometimes no one else can understand it, but you have to remember that ultimately God understands it. And because God understands it, He's there to comfort you and He's there to heal your past. He's there to take away the past pain. Alright? The pain that no one else can go through. People can come and be like, oh, you know what, I'm so sorry you went through this, I'm so sorry you went through that. But they won't understand that pain. But you know what? God understands that pain. And because He understands that pain, He can comfort you in a way that no one else can. So He wants you to turn to Him and He wants you to wait at His feet and to find that healing. Because if you keep holding on to this past hurt, then you're not going to be able to move forward. And that's one of the devil's traps. The devil will trap you in your past. Where every time you try to move forward, you try to take a step forward, and if you face a failure, you'll be like, you know what? I'm nothing. My past was just such a failure. I'm just gonna live a normal life. I'm just gonna die, and that's it. Like nothing good's gonna come out of my life. No one's gonna know me. I'm just gonna be a nothing, right? And that's what will be in your mind. That's what will be in your mind over and over and over again. And it's time that we change this attitude. It's time we change this voice in our head. And we say, you know what? My past may have been unsuccessful. My past may have been hard. It may have been a failure. It doesn't matter. Because with God, I have a new start. With God, I have hope in my future. Amen? Amen. Alright, so the second thing that we can face self-pity is over our current situation. So maybe, yes, you had a good start to life, but right now, where you are not having a lot of success. So maybe in your education, maybe at work, maybe in your family life, maybe in your friendships, you're facing a lot of struggles, a lot of hardship, maybe even in your health, alright? Or maybe even in the ministry, you feel like you made a lot of sacrifices for God, right? God wanted you to give this up, give that up, and you gave everything up, but you feel like nothing has come out of it. And you feel like if anything, it's just pulling you down further. It's pulling you down more, alright? And that can cause us to drown in self-pity as well. That can make us think, oh, you know what, poor me. I did all this for God. I'm doing all this because, you know what, I love God, but you know what, God's not doing anything for me. And that will cause us to drown in self-pity as well. And God doesn't want us to do that. Alright? But you also have to remember that you guys are not alone. People have faced that in the Bible as well. So if you turn to 1 Kings, chapter 19, let's read verses 1 to 18. It's a little long, but that's okay, we can read it. So this again is another familiar story. You guys all know this story, and again, you've heard this in messages, but 1 Kings chapter 19, verses 1 to 18.
Now Ahab told Jezebel everything Elijah had done and how he had killed all the prophets with the sword. So Jezebel sent the messenger to Elijah to say, "May the gods deal with me, be it ever severely, if by this time tomorrow I do not make your life like that of one of them." Elijah was afraid and ran for his life. When he came to Beersheba in Judah, he left his servant there, while he himself went a day's journey into the desert. He came to a broom tree, sat down under it, and prayed that he might die. "I have had enough, Lord," and said, "Take my life. I am no better than my ancestors." Then he lay down under the tree and fell asleep. All at once an angel touched him and said, "Get up and eat." He looked around, and there by his head was a cake of bread, baked over hot coals, and a jar of water. He ate and drank, and then lay down again. The angel of the Lord came back a second time and touched him and said, "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." So he got up and ate and drank. Strengthened by the food, he traveled 40 days and 40 nights until he reached Horeb, the mountain of God. There he went to a cave and spent the night. And the word of the Lord came to him. "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He replied, "I have been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, broke down your altars, and put your prophets to death with the sword. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too." The Lord said, "Go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart, and shattered the rocks before the Lord. The Lord was not in the wind. After the wind there was an earthquake. The Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. After the fire came a gentle whisper, but the Lord heard it. When Elijah heard it, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out and stood up at the mountain of the cave, at the mouth of the cave. And then a voice said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He replied, "I have been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenants, broken down your altars, and put your prophets to death with the sword. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to kill me too." The Lord said to him, "Go back to where you came, and go to the desert of Damascus. When you get there, anoint Hazael king over Aram. Also anoint Jehu son of Nimshi king over Israel, and anoint Elisha son of Shaphat from Abel Maholah to succeed you as prophet. Jehu will put to death any who has escaped the sword of Hazael, and Elisha will put to death any who escaped the sword of Jehu. Yet I reserve 7,000 in Israel, all whose knees have not bowed down to Baal, and all whose mouths have not kissed him."
Okay, so this story follows basically a great victory of Elijah. So Elijah, you guys know where he went on Mount Carmel, and in front of all the worshippers, all the prophets of Baal, right? He called down fire on behalf of God, and he said, "God, you know what? Send down fire if you are the true God." And God sent down the fire, and so he did this really great thing, right? For God, and God sent down the fire, and all these prophets, they were slain, and this great victory came about for God. And after that, what happens is he hears that the queen, Jezebel, is out to come and get him, and she wants to kill him. Alright? And this, for some reason, just really affects him, and this really discourages him. And with that, you know what? He just walks away. He goes into the desert, right? And the desert, when you're feeling sorry for yourself, you go to the most lowliest of places or the most pitiful of places. So the desert is, a very pitiful place, right? There's dry land, there's just hot sun and no water. So you're like, oh, that's it, I'm burning in the sun and I'm just going to die now, right? And that's how Elijah was, right? He went to the desert and he's like, you know what? Just take my life, God. I've done all this. I fought for you, but now I'm the only one left. There's no one else left. And guess what? Now Jezebel is coming after me and she's going to kill me too. And then after that, there's no other people for you. There's no one else who will worship you and no one else who will lead your people in your way. Alright? And so he sits there feeling sorry for himself. But we see that God does not let his self-pity take over him. Alright? He doesn't let him give in to his self-pity. He gives him food. He's like, you know what? Here's the cake. Eat it. Alright? You need strength. Because if you don't eat it, you're gonna die. You're gonna sit in self-pity. Okay? Sometimes, if you're tired, yes, we get into the self-pity mode. So God gives him food to energize. Alright? And then God says, you know what? You think you're alone, but guess what? There are 7,000 other people who have not worshipped Baal. There are 7,000 other people who I have reserved for myself, as my people. Alright? So Elijah thought that he was all alone. He thought that he was fighting a battle by himself. But God said, no, you are not alone. I have 7,000 other people there. I have a future king appointed. I have another prophet to take over. After you go, I have another prophet to take over. Alright? And he showed Elijah that he was so wrong. He was so wrong to get into the self-pity and think that he should die. Alright? So, whatever ministry or whatever struggles you're facing, you might think that, maybe that's it, I can't do anything for God. I've tried everything, I've tried the worship ministry, I've tried the Sunday school ministry, I've tried even with the wires and everything, I've tried the media ministry, I've tried everything I know how to do. There's nothing, I keep failing at everything, so you know what, God, I give up, I can't. Or maybe you might say, you know what, God, I've shared your love with all these people, but none of them want to come to church. They just keep making fun of me. So you know what, God, I give up. I'm not going to tell them about your love anymore. You might be standing there in that situation today, but God says, you know what, don't give up. Don't give up, because you never know. You never know what kind of effect you will have on their life. You never know what the future holds. Only God knows. So maybe you might share with them today and they might not receive it, but you know what? 5 years down the road, maybe when they're facing a difficult time, they will remember that you shared about God's love and they will come back to you and they will, ask you to share more about God. So you never know what's going to happen. So God doesn't want you to wallow in self-pity and just hold on to that situation the negative situation that you're facing and just feel sad or sorry for yourself. Alright? We also got to look at another person who let self-pity take over him. And this is found in John chapter 5. And let's read verses 1 to 9.
Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for a feast of the Jews. Now there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a pool, which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by five covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie: the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there has been invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" "Sir," the invalid replied, "I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. While I'm trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me." Then Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat and walk." At once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked.
Okay, so here we see a man who is lame. He's lying by the pool. Now there was this pool in Bethesda, and it's a pool where basically miracles happen. So once in a while, an angel would come and they would stir the water. And when they stirred the water, whoever was the first person to get into this water would get their healing. All right? And so obviously a lot of sick people lay around that pool waiting for the angel to come and stir the water. And this man was one of them. Now if you notice, listen to what Jesus asked. Jesus asked, "Do you want to get well?" Now what kind of answer would you expect from that? Do you want to get well? What kind of response? Is it like a long response? It's a yes or no question, right? So it's either yes or no. Do you want to get well? Yes, I want to get well. No, I don't want to get well. Now, does he give that kind of answer? No, he does not give that kind of answer. Instead of saying, yes, I want to get well, or no, I'm happy this way, no, he starts giving a whole bunch of excuses. Alright, so he's like, you know what? I've been lying here, but every time the angel comes and stirs this water, and by the time I get close to the water, someone else jumps in and they get their healing. So you know what? I just can't get my healing. So he starts coming up with excuses. All right? It's almost like he just wants Jesus to feel sorry for himself. All right? So sometimes even with us too, when we are facing problems, sometimes we don't really want the solution. Sometimes we don't really want an answer. We just like to go and tell other people about our problems. Why? Because we want them to feel sorry for us. Right? We want to hear them say, oh, that's so sad, or oh, that's so bad, like I feel so bad for you. We want to hear that. Why? Because that feels good inside, right? But that's not what God wants us to do. God doesn't want us to, just go on sharing our problems and just having everyone else feel sorry for us. That's not what God called us to. God didn't call us for other people to pity us. All right? God wants us to say, you know what? Yes, I'm facing this, but God can help me through it. And if God doesn't help me through it, then you know what? He will give me the strength to carry on with this. Amen? Amen. Like that's what Paul said as well, right? Because he had a weakness, but he prayed and he told God, he asked God to remove that weakness, but God didn't remove that weakness. And he said, you know what? Even with this weakness, I will still carry on because God left this weakness in me. That means He will give me the strength to keep doing His work with this weakness. Amen? So whatever problems or weaknesses you may have in your life, if you don't let self-pity take over, if you say, no matter what I'm facing, I'm still going to do what God wants me to do, then God will give you the strength to do it. Amen? Now we're going to look at the exact opposite in Mark 10. Verses 46 to 52.
When they came to Jericho, Jesus and his disciples, together with a large crowd, were leaving the city. A blind man, Barnabas, that is, the son of Timaeus, was sitting by the roadside begging. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Then he rebuked him and told him to be quiet. But he shouted all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus stopped and said, Follow me. So they called to the blind man, Cheer up, on your feet. He's calling you. Throwing his cloak aside, he jumped to his feet and came to Jesus. What do you want me to do? Jesus asked him. The blind man said, Rabbi, I want to see. Go, Jesus said, your faith has saved you. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus along the road.
Good. So here we see a man who did not let his circumstance determine his outcome. Alright? Now we see this is a large crowd. So wherever Jesus went, there was a large crowd that followed. So that means that people are pressing against him and it's hard to get to where Jesus is. And he's a blind man, right? So Bartimaeus is a blind man. And now if you're a blind man, that means you need someone to help you walk or you need a stick. And if you're in a large crowd of people and you're blind, chances are you're going to get hurt. Alright? And chances are people are not going to recognize who you are. Right? They're not going to notice you because if you're sitting in the corner and you're begging and there's a whole bunch of people walking past you, people are not going to notice you. But did Bartimaeus let that stop him? No. He kept yelling. He's like, you know what, Jesus, have mercy on me, have mercy on me. He shouted at the top of his voice. And the people around him basically told him to shush. They're like, you know what, keep quiet. You're bothering the master, you know what, keep quiet. He's not going to listen to you. Just stop bothering him. Just be how you are, sit in that city, sit as a blind man, sit there begging, just stop bothering Jesus. But did that stop him? No. He again didn't let self-pity take over. Because he could have said, oh, you know what, that's true. What these people are saying is true. I'm this blind man. Who says Jesus is going to pay any attention to me, right? I'm just this poor old man. I guess I'll just be a blind man. I'll beg for the rest of my life. I'll just sit here for the rest of my life and eventually I'll die, right? He could have thought like that. No, he didn't think like that. He didn't have that mindset. Even if other people told him to keep quiet, he said, you know what? It doesn't matter what anyone else says. I want my healing, and the only way I'm going to get my healing is through Jesus. And so because of that, he called out to Jesus even louder, and he got his healing. Amen? Amen? Are you guys with me? Yes? All right. So the fact of life is that no one's life is perfect. All right? So you guys all might be sitting here, and all of you guys have something or another that's not right in your life, or a small problem, or even if right now everything is going perfect, maybe yesterday or a week before, a month before, you were struggling with something. Everyone faces difficulties. Everyone faces problems. That's just a part and parcel of life, and it comes, right? Even as Christians, sometimes people say, you know what, when you get saved, that means that's it, you won't have any more problems. Now that's a big lie, because yes, when we get saved, we will have problems. But the difference is, when we get saved, we have Jesus as our strength, and He's there to help us through our problems. Amen? Amen? So even if you're sitting there today and you're comparing your life with others, and you might be like, you know what, I wish I had his job. I wish I was like her. I wish I was smart in math like her. Or I could do science like him, right? Or maybe I wish I was rich like this person, or I had that person's house or that person's car, right? Maybe you're wishing, I wish I had that person's parents. I don't like my parents. Or I wish I was famous like this person. You know, this person's so popular, they get along with everyone, but I can't make friends. I struggle to make friends. So maybe you're just sitting there and you're comparing your life to someone else's and thinking, you know what, I wish. Alright? I want you guys to stop that today. God is saying, you know what, you might be comparing and you might be thinking someone else's life is better than yours, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know the struggles that they are facing. So on the outside, everyone's life may look perfect, but you don't know what they're facing. Amen? Alright, so I want you guys to rise to your feet. I'm just going to read a quick little passage as we close. I want you guys to just remain in a state of prayer. Just close your eyes, bow your heads, and just listen to what I'm reading, and we'll go into prayer after that. We are the lucky ones. You can read, so you're luckier than over 1 billion people who cannot read at all. If you woke up this morning with more health than illness, then you are luckier than the million who will not survive this week. And even luckier because you have a provincial healthcare card that guarantees you have healthcare in case of illness. If you have never experienced the danger of battle, the loneliness of imprisonment, the agony of torture, or the pangs of starvation, then you are ahead of 500 million people in the world. If you can attend any meeting you want, political, religious, social, then you are luckier than 3 billion people in the world. If you have food in the refrigerator, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, then you are richer than 75% of this world. If you have money in the bank, in your wallet, and spare change in a dish show, then you are among the top 8% of the world's wealthy. If you can read a list like this, then you don't belong to the 1 billion people who cannot read. And if you're still standing there and you're saying, Salome, you do not know what I've been through, you don't know what kind of pain I'm facing, my life is just the exception, I have a right to feel sorry for myself, then I want to ask you this. Today, are you standing there? Do you know Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior? And if you know Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, then guess what? You're among one of the most blessed people in the world, because you know the Savior who died for you, and you know that your sins are forgiven, and you know that when you die, you will go to heaven, and you will spend eternity with Christ. Amen? Amen. I want you guys to just open your mouth and just start to thank God. I'm actually going to call the worship team up here, and I want us to sing the last song that we sang, where we thanked God for giving us His Son, and I want us to come into prayer. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Worship you, Master God. Praise you, Master God. Praise you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Master God. Worship you. Sing thank you, my Father.
Thank you, oh my Father, for giving us your Son and leaving your Spirit till the work on earth is done. Thank you. Thank you, oh my God.
anymore. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself anymore. I'm going to give it over to you, and I'm going to let your joy take over. I'm going to let your joy be my strength. Just start to worship him at this time. Hallelujah. Thank you, Master God. Thank you for giving us your Son, Father God. Thank you for the relationship that you've given us, Master God. We thank you, Father God. We thank you, Master God. We are the most privileged people in this world, God, because we know you, God, and we can call you our Father. We can call you our Savior, and we thank you, Master God. Worship you, Jesus. Praise you, Master God. Hallelujah. Praise you, Master God. Worship you, Master God. Thank you, Father God. Hallelujah. Dearly Father God, we thank you for this day, Master God. Father God, right now, Master God, we give each and every one of these people into your hands, Master God. We give each and every one of their hearts into your hands, Master God. Lord, you see the past pain, God. You see the present pain, God. But Lord, we thank you, God, you are our comforter, God. You are our strength. You are our shield, Master God. And God, you give us the comfort that we need, God. I pray, Father God, that you heal whatever hurts they may have, Father God. You heal their hearts, God. Help them to move forward, Master God, from their past, Father God. Help them to move forward, Master God, from their present situations, God. And Lord, help them to be successful for you, Master God. To shine for you, God. That your name will be glorified, Master God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Master God. Even as we remain in a state of prayer, we're going to collect the offerings. I'm going to ask those who are collecting the offering to come forward. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Let's bow our heads and pray.